as a digital simulation, really, to digital virtualize, to steal life. It is an anti-life program. It's moving from carbon-based life to silicon-based life, to a digital twin of the world that they can control, that is disconnected from spirit and...
I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. But old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work, and left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We got protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no pops. These Mola worshiping pedophiles wanna feed our children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system irrigation and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher. No, am I some pastor or preacher? Was released from prison with this passion to speak up. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs. Realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? Where we should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the Golem bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
Nah, bro. Come on. You almost there, bro. Almost there. Survive. Go ahead. Push up.
I do it dance for Chi-Town. Who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just lie down. Blue sky but high ground. My crown slash helmet. So my aircraft still spit. Can't be tied down or even sheet belted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the features in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked, it caused my hand, I dealt it. Felt it vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. We bust off on some ices and veil shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for real, moxie velvet. Body you not for Mars, just a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit. To a fly, though haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the still at hand, but we're Hiller man. It's not Cypress Hill, I'm Tuttle Sheep. I'm one tough cookie, I don't follow, I set standards. Catch me, you gon' have to do more to scamper. Need more to scanners, I'm off the radar. I am as you goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bruh. You stagnated, well I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm dating space age for y'all. Buster stuck in the cage, face off. After the shape, the mistaken to
Oh,
fake
Mac, what's
fraud.
up, beloved?
Battle
What's
start intergalactic.
happening?
Comes from practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing a step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, windful height and depth. I'm just piloting up, flying a jet, straight to adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Symmetric apparel of a fly bandit. Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas carol lies what your fans get. Your girls and pearls what I transmit as a transcript. Or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Wants to get his own crew. Everybody wants to get his own crew rich. And then they want the other little people never get a piece of the pie. And don't want to go for the traffic. And go for you niggas that think that y'all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas and crackers can't stand me. You niggas that know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people and old people too. Mostly black people, I'm talking to you.
Sure. Y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. Nah. I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac. Whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side ops. Looking past the sci-fi. Third eye gang cyclops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my heart's cold as an icebox. I'm saying die ops. From the skybox, I got a scope on you pills. The school with some rules. Some of our folks are still dumb. Yeah, and blind to the fact that love, we gon' have this real stuff. Warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, play king or rage. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is on, COVID's no issue. Coulda blown it in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle to who holds the pistols. The debunk was about who owes who the fiscal. Disregarding the aboriginal issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac. Whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. A fool is known by his speech. Yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or me. Stand on 2 feet, one turn the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence. OC disguise compliance. Silence by guidance. From conspiring to novice. Other aspirants of violence. Tyrants of fire. Striding and giants through hydra. I'm striding defiant. In environments of migrants, I'm hearing the sirens. Ring in my ear, they've got indictments. These pedophiles, queers, groupies, and hype men. Alignments, the assignment. I'm not the wisest, I'm non-client. My refinement and confinement, the requirements for this climate. Y'all push all the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, no wreck. Drill music for real. My soul they don't possess. Real foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none of them. It's personal, know what the business is. Big Mom says come full circle, so vacate the premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau or Big Bang. Whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Bang. Whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Akichiwa. Signs and symbols are for the conscious minds, y'all. And with that on the temple, draw. I had a vision the past night, yeah, a circulus round, created successful reality from a virtual now. How? Stand on my square cause they usurp your power. Them same little sneaky breezies that'll hurt you, they smile all up in your face, all up in your space. And I ain't talking all bras, but dogs with whole trace. So I walk tall kittens while y'all cross slow race. I stay focused on walking through them tall gold gates. Draw a magic shirt around me to keep me from harm. The law fat checks purposely but peep me, I'm calm. Water, fire, air, earth, turn me from that peace to a bomb. Blow the joint, just split the range, the plane, the center means I've encompassed my inner demons. 490-degree angles guarded by angel of shiny elite angels. Thank you, and I of course am the chief triangle. If I die before I wake, well at least I'm flying plain view. I am my circle, how I govern four corners. Wise as a serpent for certain amongst foreigners. Out of state, out of place, in the space they storing us. Learning firsthand of what fate was forewarned of us. I recall when bro and I spit flows, dope man fly in the shell at Southampton, kept slow, stay high. Years later, he's the same degree, just gained density. Gave by synopsis, he's hostage. I prayed I could say I behave by locals. I've raised my moral ground, way how my character stay fly. The conduct squared up, self-esteem, the day sky. New God on what the world's been waiting for, the days now. May I then I don't abide by the same ethics. They feign respect, yeah, obtain the credit for keeping the obelisk erect, but with strange methods. But the epic of my name will reign and remain epic. Circumscribed by passions, my squares, my lift. Ask, is it worth the ride? Yeah, it's rare, I spit, but the beach churchified, so I bear my shit. It hurt, I cried, this kitten that it tried to eclipse my soul, bounce back from it. Announce that I'm done with being the sacrificial lamb. The jungle I run it, thus the lion conquereth over this numbness. Made a conscious shift, even in darkness the sun lit on you false lights. Don't have to be gold to glitter. Actors look the part, but just for show. Go figure, you dig, pounder, you bad boy or gorilla. I'm built like a silverback with hella track, no illa max than me. Masturbate her back, originally pretty. Take the mask off, 360 on my square. See the circle, if not your mask off. You poemish, dash or soft. The dialogue's trash talk, your past lost. Leave a footprints in the asphalt. You've an outline correction, last fall. I blast off, I crash off to the next zest of living. Secretly sex some whose ass off. When she walked the ass off, I talk back to it like who makes sure Yanni sing. Her response, she dons me king. To who they gave me the script, my ops the prescription. This is my vision's description. Listen, I'm standing on my circle is me. I absorb your hate and make it work for me. Transform into fuel as I evolve. Advance this abnormal, dormant form and leave y'all right where y'all started at. Let me impart a fact. She'll be sitting in my ship as we chart the map. Thinking in destiny, the turtle and the hare. Acknowledge me as the circle and the square. In the spirit of the great matriarch, all praises is due to the Most High. Honor and respect to all our ancestors, the elders, the youth, bro star gods and sister star goddesses, Americans. They say a soldier never knows his strength unless he has a foe. Well, I came to realize that my most greatest opponent is me. And in the spirit of making my enemy's enemy my friend, I decided to make me my greatest ally. Because each situation calls for, you dig? Shot my first itchy like an 82. Hot, yeah, alien kiss me like how a lady do. Plays a full fellatio. The ratio is convagio through this crazy flow. Truth is, I've been gone for a long time to go through what I've gone through. You need a strong mind, like seeing tone spine poked up for the wrong sign. Or when bone wine, yoked up out that phone line. Wake me from the stupor of this ugly life. Can't wait to make your lupus for my lovely wife. How could I let you get away like the spinners? Mention me today amongst the winners. Through sneer, smile, watch me steer the crowd. Here and now, watch me clear the cloud. Keep my head above, rub order your waters. Give shit hostile options or cordial orders. We need situation ethics in this day and time, not in the sense of as if bad into good or good into bad, turning everything backwards, but simply because in every situation you're faced with, you need ethics, codes, principles, morals, methods in order to navigate through this madness. That's it, or crashed with trash. Feng shui keeps you hoarding, more cluttering. Pains you deeply to sweet core floor coverage. Prostrating, marks fading, demigod hating. I postulate that you the synagogue of Satan. I exercise to exorcise the legion from you. Even the legion demons from your region will shun you. Spin you and your grip, irritating with your touchy-feely approach and gear skating. I'm too close to the door, in here waiting. This my true story of hope, inspiration, motivated thoughts of lessons to teach my toddlers. Raise my offsprings and be a father. The resort of torch salad and peach cobbler. The course expected feedback from each blogger. So much debris within the mental of thieves to free my mind. I entered the temple of thieves. I became an Egyptian monk.
Hey, Tick.
Let
me get that the wrong one I got.
Pearl of wisdom I received was this. Ascend to the highest height of the pyramid. Look down in the cross far wide. All situation before making my next move with finesse. As I caress the flesh of the best groove. Smoke. I'm not a communist nor humanist. I'm more of a psalmist when the moment hits. Stone to the middle of Goliath's head. Jack in the beanstalk, the giant's dead. This is for little bruh, Ahmad Jamal. I spit the who shit, I knew the call. To prayer like Bilal, thus the done. I chose to pray with Sharice cause she's on my arm. Got to stay on beat cause them clones roaming. Their culture is Greek and their homes are Roman. You can tell the beat on the phones is on when them people sneak listening to your hymns zoned in. The steady echo means the cause monitor. What they recording is that I honor her. The genealogy of morals is not Nietzsche, it's my Parnetta. The orals breeze me, believe me, even when the sex is tantric. Under the sun, lying on the sand lip. The body language we speak is Sanskrit, religious love above a secular antic. Her latest request, she needs a fast. The greatest effect is to feed the masses. Something different from Christian ministers, House of Representatives, imams, or senators. Be sure it's for her that I'm diplomatic. I can go blip the blur stick you that quick. So please do not make a mistake of appeasing me with all that Drake fake glove. You can't fake steak, call it Longhorn. State House of Quagmire where the strongest one is up to the Maldives. Due to gold visas by more than glory and I, we eating gold pieces. And so, at what appears to be the conclusion of this piece, after befriending myself, my complimentary rehab became clear to me in the union I have with Sharice. My intuition permitted my vision to no longer be submerged in the obscurity of the impurity of conflict. Unless it's holy war. She is divine law and order. The reason why, like the phoenix, I rise again and again. Thus the music doesn't stop. I am the conquering lion. At the same time, she's my best friend. My high priestess in every situation. The sun goddess like earth, wind, and fire. Featuring Ramsey Lewis, I do this. She makes me the truest.
And my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising. I mean, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. It's time for a change, gotta bounce up. The oppressor's about to get housed up. I'ma lay him out, execution's down. Too late for an apologetic claim. You wrapped in a coca flame, by God, it's overdue. Your time is to the end. Lockjaw silent without sin. He put me on the better with justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down. With suppressors attached in the war zone.
Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger popping like Farrakhan. Backed by the honorable, who sits at the pinnacle, who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the pitiful, sinful. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all innocents who haven't took a stand. Oh, Neil's too late when the caps get bills. Don't believe it till you see types. Going hits close to home. You gotta act the bone, but it got the dome when it's on the zone. All red in my vision through sight. It's gonna be killed whenever I fight. From above, I've been given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. On the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' rid them out, so gon' pass the kite. 3-pound pressure. No weight lesser, drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser, drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser, drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser, drop the oppressor, me no surrender.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in the ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a, gimme, gimme, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. You want to be successful? You want to be like Trump? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Push, 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 push. Step, step, step. Crush, crush, crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stopped.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Y'all doing today? I'm gonna show you how, and I'm gonna show you, because I'm gonna show you how they lie. Now, obviously, this is not against the bad so-called officials and agents, this, that, and other. I speak from opinion steeped in my relationship to training a number of people who went to the police department, knowing quite a few sheriffs, marshals, three marshals, police officers, my aunt being one of the top judges in Ohio, Shirley Strickland, at the time. I think she's still, like they always do, and some other people I know quite a few fiduciaries and magistrates, judges, however you want to call them, whether it's suburbs, small towns, whatever. And I call them jesters. You know, they say I'd rather be judged by 12 than buried, carried by 6. Well, that's someone who has stood and looked at an individual and judged that individual righteously based on the narrative of whether they did or didn't, from video or pictures and stuff like that. I actually was part of the jury. So this is to all you, because see, the good guys will only use this as another, how would you say it? A template for information. Because y'all think that they all know everything, and I'm here to tell you they are it's farther from the truth. And as benign as it may sound, most people are waking up to this travesty called justice. And the ones who are actually going to watch, who ain't going to say nothing, but sit there in their emotions, are the bad guys. And there are a plethora of them, because if you know about war and you know real history compared to the fake history, you will know that this is nothing new. When Joey Diaz says, you give me 3 people, I'll take over the world, I said, give me 5. It's not a game. But I'm not here to take over crap. I don't believe in this creationist narrative of the world. Just like I don't believe in dinosaurs, as our beautiful sister and intake, Baby Girl Slaughter, was just reading from a book I actually have. I keep conferring that the word dinosaur was created by Christian Zionists, or whatever you want to call them, and it didn't even exist. It was well known from the fake Roman days, which was what they call gladiators and all us, which not be nothing but more than shock troops of Tartary, that dragons and serpents are real. They always have been, as it was excluded, decanonized from the Bible that they didn't write but rewrote, as far as Bella and the Dragon. Now, why do I say this? Because it seems like they think they're unscathed by the frequencies, the poisons, the toxins, and everything else. First of all, the police don't know law. Hell, they don't know Constitution, the Bill of Rights. They don't know its origin. Hell, when you hear a whole bunch of people talking about their civil liberties or, as you know, civil rights, they didn't have any. That was the Indian civil rights, not with those fake Mexican Navajos. I'm saying as far as indigenous, autochthonous, sitting there with LBJ long after Martin Luther King, that wombat of a traitor who was allowed to give a little pleasing victory speech about who we were, because when our people cultivated the civil rights movement, is because of the debacle of allowing the indigenous people to become citizens. And actually, we never became citizens. They wrote it in as they always do, like a physical hijack, a hostile takeover, but through secrets, through dumbass doctors, lawyers, everybody else, however you want to interpret it, and ignorant ass parents who didn't even understand what a citizen was, thinking that it gave some rights other than those taken away. I proved numerous times that the Klan was created by fake Zionist Christian Jew. Now they want to give you this idiot. They want to give you Nathan Bradford Forrest. All right, but this is what's compelling to show you how the legitimacy of the stupidity. If you further research it, you'll see the certain individuals who were against the Republic. Now, people say that was against the Reconstruction period or whatever. Weren't we rebuilding? What they didn't want was that, because they believed that we would reoccupy and take over our government. Now, we know the hijack that happened. We can go back to 1827. Okay? It's all there. You can be lethargic in your own thought and hold on to the lies of history. I don't really give a hootenanny. But the reality is, they have a plethora of names that established it out of Tennessee, all right, and Bama, this group. And it was for, they said, the democracy. Well, why would a republic be a southern contingency of ex-Confederate soldiers for a democracy when our people, the Confederacy, would never stoop that low? Why are the police so goddamn dumb and immoral? I could take 50 people and make them better trained and equipped than the ones they have running around on the streets. I've convened and talked with police officers who I knew very good, very people who I adore. Some didn't stay on the force after, damn, they only had to do was about 6 or 5 more years, and and they were like, enough is enough. But ergo, the issue I have with all the fallacies, and a number of judges assassinated, locked up, sheriffs or deputies, plethora of police, always getting locked up. Why is it that with Frank Serpico, and he wasn't the only one, it hasn't changed? What is impunity and immunity? Where is that in the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, or anything? Policies are for corporations. Now, if you're incorporated citizen, yes, it would apply to you, especially if you're working in fiat. These idiots haven't even studied that police want to make sure that the citizens were safe in their travels. You see how they perverted it and flipped it up on its head? Ergo, the reason why I say everything is upside down, inverted, and reverse. Upside down, inverted, backwards, and reverse. Plus, the majority of them who are bad are just that, blatant idiots. Now, there are a lot of good guys who I've conversed with over the years, decades, and they were very unaware. You know how it is when you go in the military, you get in boot camp. Everything is about go, 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 push up, squat, squat, duck, walk, blah, 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 learn, shoot, dot, inundate you with a whole lot of stuff after shaving your head bald, have everybody walking around looking like eggheads, giving you clothes saying, look at the government clothes you that you have to pay for. And you think that this is by our design? Because you got idiots out here quick to pull a trigger. Now, I'm not saying there are people out here. Now, watch the video. This little Mexican idiot who murdered his brother and his wife, the brother's wife, the daughter, everybody in the house, and laying on the bed crying as if. Now, I am not going to get into the byline of how and why. We've already gone through that. But some people deep inside, if you listen solely to Miss Jane Elliott, the Out of Africa theory, and what she has very truth about the original people here were so-called black folks, all over Earth. But to embark on the narrative of the Out of Africa, all this other stuff, then you reciprocate the New World Order, which is also a fusillade of dysfunctional zero facts, like no facts at all. But the fact that they're pushing it because you're inundated with a world of lies, then you accept the bullshit that's running around. Somebody wanted to argue with me, and I ain't going to get into who. I don't argue about a judge not being, you're not a fiduciary, you're not a magistrate. Oh, well, maybe you need to go and learn something and actually learn what those things mean, what they mean, and what they're actually entitled to and what they're capable of in the righteous order of things. Most people right now have been bought and paid for. They have literally, I had a friend of mine who retired from the police force, and he goes on, he says, man, they are hiring individuals who would never got hired except for the time when the racist organization of policing, military was established and de-established, and then so-called mixed in. Policing for the corporations, like the FBI, established under a Negro, regardless of what he looked like, your homosexual whatever that monkey's name is, Hoover, that punk. I don't even like saying these individuals, bastards' names, who are no good. Okay? And nobody wants to pay attention to anything because it's all about colorism, classism, and everything else. But you have a lot of idiots out here right now, and you've watched them change over the last 2 decades, become those who didn't exist, whether in California, from one coast to the other. Those believe in coast. California really ain't the coast, it's an island. It's still an island. It doesn't matter what they dredge and what bridges and all. It's still, and always will be, an island. Which you could consider at one point to be an Amazon. An Amazonian complexity. Didn't we already prove that a so-called president or vice whatever of Mexico went to California, established it, a Negro, and called it LA? If these things are fluid in truth, then this viscosity, this like pressure buildup, the push rod, piston, in this chamber with the spark plug, the combustion, the gas, the oil, lubrication, and it's misfiring. Only because people want to self-interpret everything they do. Now, of course, I'm not going against the fact that there's not no bad people out there. The system created them. You create something, in all way you can prolificate something. That way you can attach a whole lot of things, demoralizing, unethical, and then you can create the status quo. So yes, sadly, individuals who are bad, they got to be cleaned up. But in that entails a whole lot of perversion. Righteous people don't tolerate it. They get in there, they do what they got to do. They don't tolerate it. You're very aware that during war, well, most of the time it was 12% to 20% of the people actually did the killing out of 100%. Same thing here. Majority of police never even have to unholster their damn gun, sidearm. It's that damn small percent of sociopaths, narcissistic monkeys, and then that 1 or 2% of righteous individuals who have no other choice, sadly. Sitting on a jury, I had to look at this Latino brother, and I could see in his eyes the depravity. And after looking at what happened, obviously for not livelihood with drugs. Him committing a crime and doing what he's doing, caught. Screenshots and video. And I was supposed to be made to believe by this worthless ass esquire, this jester, that this guy wasn't righteous because he got paid to do that job. Because many people get off. Right now, you got some of the worst bastards being let out of prison, while you have people who haven't done CRS firearms still locked up because of this worthless ass, fake ass FBI system. Steeped racism alludes to the fact of Zionist narratives trained by the same bastards like who trained the goofy ass worthless police who go over to Palestine to carry on those tactics on this soil. These un-American bastards. The American ones don't tolerate it too long. They'll turn around, and I've seen hundreds of videos, and tell the bad cop, stand down, stop it, what the fuck are you doing? Even draw down on them. You have these worthless ass so-called judges who've been bought and paid for. Many of them have opinions steeped in racism and everything else. Some want to say, well, I did mostly good. There's no such thing as mostly and partially. To be impartial, no. You have COs who are destitute of the worst thing. Right now, it seems like every damn facility, they got cameras, they're smoking weed, doing drugs, no rehabilitation, and it's the youth. And then you have these juries. I wasn't surprised when I was selected because I'm very unbiased. I looked at, obviously, teachers, one ex-police officer. I looked at people who should not have been there. People who probably knew the individuals who were robbed. And I would have stood out and said no. But the only reason why I didn't, because the proof was there. I even looked at the guy like, you fucking idiot. But I wasn't there to condemn. He had done that himself. Anytime I stand on a jury, I'd go in. Even though my back is killing me, my knees killing me, and I'm sitting there, and at that time I was popping Motrin. Which, thank goodness I stopped taking that shit. All right? But right now, how many of y'all ever go by Border Patrol where they check vehicles and all that, and they pass you through? You ever look at the days when they decide to close it down? And then they're sitting there like the deputy sheriffs, not sheriffs, who's sitting in speed traps to which they're not supposed to, nowhere legal in the continent, no matter what each fucking fake state says. Illegal. It's because there is no law. A lot of y'all are unaware that you're under martial law. Establish why. So that they can create the vernacular that you see right now. It's a bastard system, and if they were good guys, then they would stand against it. But because they are bad guys and gals, they're all in it. Now, I was going to drive up on a story about those. Oh, we can use a movie, The Watchmen. I've said this before. Remember the guy who was genetically, in the beginning of the movie, killed the comic? The one who was talking pyramids and this, that, and the other, and had Dr. Manhattan creating this big, powerful nuclear weapons, a bunch of them, not one, to kill a certain number. Remember what he did with the little Hindu doctors and all, you know, once they accomplished their jobs? He sacrificed. Job well done. No secrets, no lies. And these individuals think that they're safe in that fake circle. Monotheistically, if we want to look at Masonic order, Christian Zionism, and everything else, whatever terms you want to apply to this. It's about usury. Isn't that what jury is? Jury is usury. You would think that they were wisen up to it, but because they have depleted themselves and done so much immoral stuff, a certain percentage, You would think that the good guys just want to get away from them would actually be there to bring them down. They're breathing in the same shit you are. There's no shot, no pill that's going to protect you. They're drinking the same water, unless they want to pay for the $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 system in their house. There's still things they're capable of getting in, because you got to remember who designed it and built it. The water purification system, they did. This is the immobility of mobility. Okay? Every time you go somewhere, you do something, they have the idiot boxes for this little closed-in room with the same thinking-minded monkeys. Well, because they've established themselves in this certain discord of quartet, terrible frequency, mind you, a stench that when you learn, you will be able to smell. It's a stench. You can walk by them and smell them. They'll sit there thinking that you can't smell them. Like, that's how stupid they are. You can literally smell them. I mean that. And they will continue to perpetuate this inevitable, chaotic form of self-destruction. We had one of them goofy monkeys flying over us with the little sheriff sign or Zionist Star Fake Say or Star David bullshit. Like fucking idiots. Not really understanding, because they can't interpret the truth. They don't even know what that is. Who has the best grammar in the world, y'all? I don't care about language. Who has the best grammar in the world? Multiplex, complicit. The so-called black man of America. And yet, because they and certain individuals all sound alike, y'all can't make head or tails, because you're too busy trying to, or attempted to, immobilize yourselves to be like that, which isn't. That's why I adore our light-skinned brothers and sisters, if their agents are stupid, who come over. And we already know the necrosis of the melanated imbeciles. Nothing to fret or worry about. And all the others who languish in the society of despair, so they want to be alone. These individuals, and when I say everyone has a choice, it's not just meaning you. Obviously, y'all are not good choice makers anyway. Y'all have more excuses than people have interpretations. Yet some excuses are appropriate and they're meaningful. Everyone has a choice. Everyone has a choice. Okay? And there are those out there who are doing incredible jobs. And trust in me, I know it, because I've been a witness. I worked as a bodyguard. And not just for Mary Jane Models, Black Diva Magazine, Master Moo. All right? His depravity. Him and his wife. No, for a few others. Not just as Curtis Lee was a personal bodyguard during the Gotti trials, right outside the courthouse, right when he pulled up, right there, making sure he was safe. Me and 3 others. That's right, me and 3 others. It was 4 of us. Guardian Angels. Selected from all those, from the 70s on up. I was right there, y'all. From the Neptune Beach parades, breaking up the dumbass Latin kings and bloods fighting all the time. The wharf, protecting a whole bunch of homosexuals and transsexuals from a whole bunch of knucklehead so-called gangsters who like to take what they want from them. Pulling people out of houses on fire. Y'all would hold tech. This. You know, sometimes it goes wrong in the great cities. Manholes start blowing off the covers. And we got to go out there, and before everyone gets there, the police, the fire department, we got to corner off a street, traffic. And then run inside the building and get everybody out the house when 2 apartments are on fire, and kick those doors in, and hopefully there's nobody in there while smoke inhalation. And a lot of times it was just ex-Navy guys or people who went to Old Smoky, and the gas, you know, because we could tolerate it a little better, though it's uncomfortable, and grab babies up and run people into dogs and grab the fish bowl and damn iguanas and snakes and shit. Manhattan. And bring them out. And then have some idiot-ass, goofy, egotistical, dumbass cop. We got it now. Nigga, you still need our help. Yeah, I could have went and became a police officer. I went and joined the fire department in Montclair. I heard a few things. Al Dorkin and them told me some things. And I decided I didn't want to be on that damn police department. And there were some others who went. My barber, I know, I'm going to say his name, and a few others. I got up, was going to leave. He said, Mr. Brickz, sure you don't want to take the test to become a fire department? I said, I'll take the test. I think I forget. I just went. I told him I didn't want to be, after what I heard. I didn't want to belong to an organization that was incorporated. I'm not a citizen. I'm not here to stop shit. But you would think that when people put on a costume, that they will have some moral, some ethics, a code of responsibility. Fuck their fake oath. Fuck the state's fake oath. There's only one supreme law, and it was the Bill of Rights. And it was based not where some worthless-ass Zionist judges had to get in court in secret and create this false immunity clause. It's not a law, no matter what they tell you. A lot of y'all, I'm going to sue the state. And they say, you just got. First of all, it's fiat. Every time you pay something, the fake-ass bank belonging to the Federal Reserve is supposed to pay you in gold and silver because it's an IOU from them and indebtedness. No, you go after that goddamn trust. You go after the municipality. But because y'all running around here with a bunch of dumb gangsters, worried about getting that little worthless judge because they got a few dollars. I mean, that damn fake ass attorney to go and get you off based on a whatever it may be. That shows you the corruption. Who wants to work in that? To be out there doing a job and believe, because see, there's a numbing that happens. And that numbing destroys people. And they become blind, and they're full of rage, and don't even know why. No self-control, no control whatsoever. And those judges become like doctors. No ethics, bought and paid for. Quotas, they're given stipends. They know what they got to do. Sometimes you could be as innocent can be. And they'll just blame it on one of the damn lawyers, esquires, whatever the fuck you want to call it. That wasn't shown. We didn't see that. They know everything. It's still going on right now. Remember the sister in Carolina? Tried to protect herself? Talking about she shot him in the back door? In the back at the door? Well, what was going on? What was her fear? And then give her an unjust amount of time? I would love to see, because of the time, we had mutual combat, not just in Oregon and Texas, but mutual combat in every state. As it should be. Back then, it was called dueling. And there's still about several videos of real duels. I watched every one of them. I might be more than that. Yeah, I think one might have been a snuff video. I don't know. I saw it, though. I've seen real footage of tarring and feathering. Up until the 1940s. But we had these individuals who want to get in there because they want to belong, or they become numb. Oh, they want to get some get back. You'd be surprised at how many. I joined the police department that day after my brother, who was a drug addict, was murdered by that bastard. I swore I'd uphold the law. It's not no law. What law? Their own law? There's no such thing as a law. When the system keeps everybody out of whack. How does a minority keep everybody out of whack? A minority. How can they send these millions of people to fight a war and kill millions of people? And they come back here and be subjugated to a handful of fucking idiots, whether they fought or not. I mean, damn, I was talking to you yesterday and y'all researched what I was saying, that what came across the board is surface-to-air missiles. But for who? Because obviously these bastards, they ain't shooting down the chemical sprayers. Are they? No. Ammonium nitrate missing. Shit that you cannot go and steal. I don't care what team you got. Hell, you can't even rob a Brickz armored truck of an empty dollar. I'm not suggesting do it, obviously. That's pretty stupid. Because the system is plagiarized. It's not victimless. It is not immune. There's no impunity. It is, listen to me. You create the narrative because you accept the lie. These individuals, because of how they live, and they own a couple of blocks of stores and stuff. That's a different class of parties. You don't get to go there, so you don't get to see. Therefore, you're a peasant. Ergo, they're going to write whatever narrative and make you do whatever they want. But that's because you still listen to a bunch of idiots out here who will never be subjugated to that. You're following a bunch of idiots who don't know no better. We still got that goofball. I have no respect for this guy now. Francis Turtle Gang. Still talking about Fat Joe on the stage in Newark. Like, nigga, that's where you want to get some traitorous ass niggas, you go to New York and Jersey. Screaming Jay Hawkins. I put a spell on you. Oh, you're mine, right? Everybody thinks there's no repercussion for their actions, yet they continue to do the very thing that they're destined to. What was that original? You know what? When you pay off your vehicle, ask the fucktard there for an allodial title. When you go and pay off your fucking mortgage on the house, go ahead and ask them, I want the allodial title. They have to give it to you. When you get your land, tell them, I need to see it before it's done. The allodial for the land ownership, to which we really don't need unless you want to stay a fucking citizen. Don't worry about the dumbasses not knowing it, because all the enemies' heads are going to do is say, oh, that's not right. That's not how it works. Because they're demented and sick. The ones who research and find out, they go, oh, wait a minute. This motherfucker over me even lying to me? Now, if they go and say, sir, Chief, you were wrong. Oh, so we want, they'll change up and go, oh, so you want to shake the boat? You want to get in the ocean that you can't swim? And these motherfuckers be like, what? No, they got on the costume, so they're like, huh? I've been doing a great job. What are you talking about? They don't give a damn. Go to a bar full of magistrates and attorneys. Sit down in a suit, have a drink, have your lingo together so you can figure. No, they'll have you leave if you listen to hear too much else, because they have those watching. And you'd be amazed at what you hear these dumb fucks talk about. The bad ones. The good ones aren't there. All right. Law stands for land, air, and water. Yes, what they try to maintain control of. Absolutely. That's one of them. That's one part of it, yeah. But it's also because everybody been feasibly made stupid. Now, I'm not saying there shouldn't be no police. Man, you bunk-eyed crazy. You got a lot of guys out there that are good guys, man. You got a lot of righteous-ass sheriffs who won't tolerate the bullshit going on, but you'll never hear or see them because you think them. You know what plagues me is how you motherfuckers sit there. And y'all notice that most of those dumb son bitches that work in the media thing, they don't even ride the trains no more. Some of them even got security. You ain't been paying attention. Shit, I used to sit next to Andrea Pace of the New York Post. She started putting some real dribble out there, whether it's an act or not. Andrea Pace or whatever the fuck. I say, hey, Andrea, hey, where you going there, Mr. Red? You know, whatever conversation until it's time to get off Manhattan. I had to go a few blocks away. When I was a guardian angel, I made it my business to know who I was supposed to watch out for, look over, be overwatched for, and what I was supposed to pay attention to. And I fell off a few times, but you know, it happens. The beautiful thing about everything about life is you can make the mistakes in this fake fictional world. The thing is, you're not entitled to stay there, making these goofy ass mistakes. There's a bigger so-called world out there. They say this was not to badmouth. This is called a spade. Call it duck a duck. I mean, if it walks like a duck and it quacks and sounds like a damn duck, it looks like one. I mean, that's all. And also the idiots who play a role in division. Especially when they think they know everything and it's all Google copy and paste and a whole bunch of other bullshit. Wikipedia masters, and anybody can go in there and change Wikipedia. You could change every story on it. Maybe because who else came in and said, hey, Kane Johnson, Roy Davenport. What's going on, beloved Kane? I got you. Hey, Nancy Martin. Hey, Shalom. What's going on, mama? Oh, Mac. Okay, I got you. Emerald Jaguar. Fred, Pinkle, what's going on, beloved? Smash Ramone. All right. Just want to shout everybody up. I already got original Omek. I just wanted to come on real quick and address that because I got to run out here to Walmart right quick. And y'all see things for what it is, but the thing is, y'all get really emotional behind it. And what happens when you get all emotional, men? You have no focus. You become a little more effeminate. Women, how about you? You absolutely have no focus. It's directed, it's focused, but it's not with the principles indebted as far as moral subjugation and longevity. I'm working on something, looking at all the men, black men, betrayed by melanated women. I told you I don't know everything, and I was very surprised at how bad it was. I was like, I was attempting to draw a motion line. The sisters have fucked the black man's world up. For those who believe in the crayon color things. I'm so tired of that term. And you still have idiots pushing it because they're too stupid. The sisters have literally fucked, in the last 3 decades, the black man's world up. I don't even want to get into it when they're overseas because they already heard the story when we back home and a ship would go out, a couple of ships would go out. Boy, them women run around, trying to run up on our arms in a heartbeat, man. And the team I was with was like, if you don't get it, I'm going to tell Johnny, get the fuck away from here. Walking around and say, who they you talking to? You know, Leon, that's my homie, right? Oh, no, this is my friend. My friend. No self-control whatsoever. The system created it. Yet, a lot of those are the same ones crashing out over liberalism, democracy, and everything else. Taking the children away because they couldn't have control that crazy. They say dumb shit. And then men putting their hands on women in the wrong way, like idiots, beating them. I mean, I was just watching that one video. What was that video? That one video with their sister who was talking real crazy on Flicky Flocky, or was it Flicky Flocky, or was it Instagram, about black men and is married to this little pale skin. And she said something about his family and he beat her up. Oh well. I'm only pointing out something because it's easy for us to blame and hate and ignorance. I have no real reason to hate. What is hatred about? And why is it the first thing people jump on? Because they're emotional and emotionless. Emotional because they have no control. Emotionless because they don't know the truth of their control. Therefore, their emotions have nothing to warrant any truth at all. So you act in context of being out of order. And some of y'all know exactly what I'm stating. Now, some of you will stay in a relationship knowing you don't want to be there. So ergo, you should never been in the first place, or you haven't addressed the reason why you're there. You know what's bad? It was sad for me. I come from different, everybody does, right? I'm talking about me. I don't give a fuck where you come from. You come from a different wash. I have to say that you don't fuck with my horse, my gold, and my women. Nothing else. If you want to sit there thinking that somebody could tell you could do this because you're an idiot, you'll suffer. You're already suffering. It's what it is. You'll suffer one way or the other. Because I don't want to see you in there. Everyone has choices, y'all. And you better stabilize yourselves and make the appropriate choices. That's all I got to say. Y'all dig it? It's good. Letting this old fogey share a little shit. I want to go and get this stuff and get back. It's going to be another cool night. They can't even get the weather right now. That mother we're talking about, it was it was 38 and felt like 28. Nigga, it was every bit of goddamn 15, 17 degrees out here. These people have lost their mind. They done totally went off the fajita. So right now it's about 64 degrees. And we're looking at 111. It's supposed to have gotten up to about 60, 67. It's still going to get a little warmer, but it's going to cool down quite a bit. Because so last night was down to 28. Tonight's supposed to be around 32 or 35. I guarantee you, because they said that yesterday, it's going to be around 25, 24. We're going to have about a consistent few days in the 50s or 40s. That's when I'd prefer to be out really working and getting it in. Okay. And out here, we're in mountain areas, but it's not like on the East Coast, man. You out there, 35 is warm as long as it's snowing or wind. We're in the mountains. It could be bone chilling cold, and the beautiful thing about it is only for a month, y'all. If you can't make it through a month, then you wouldn't want to get locked up in Russia and sent out to the gulag, because they don't have no heat. Them motherfuckers sometimes are put in a room with a blanket and shit like that. People make years in there, and with this regular old clothes. So get your B vitamins up. Get your zinc. Get your magnesium. Okay? you ain't got one, me and O was talking about it. Get you a goddamn mask. Learn how to sleep with that bitch on. You'll go to sleep. Well, 77 going into 32 degrees is crazy. I'm used to the heat, not cold. Well, get used to the cold. Be real funny. You need to. Jump your ass in that shower and take a cold shower and stop killing yourself with all them chemicals. Yes, tornado watch and heavy snowstorms coming through down there. Yes, mama. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was actually looking at that. It's crazy. Yeah. But I don't like looking at the bullshit they put there. Cause I know Wednesday we're supposed to get some little rain or whatever. No, freezing rain or whatever, but pay attention and be mindful. You have a choice. You can layer up and go to sleep. All right. You can layer up and go outside. But learn how to layer up. How to get breathable undergarments so you're not sweating. Get those things that you can pull off. Okay? And things that are a little wet-proof, but have ventilation as to where you won't sweat and then ultimately be freezing cold. You know what I mean? So anyway, I appreciate y'all listening to a little Foogie. Let me run out and grab these few little things. And I might see y'all later. I really want to read something. And I might see y'all later. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off. Crank up old Blue Thunder there, and go and grab these few little things. Get on back. Whip up a couple of bison steaks. How was that salad, bruh? Tay, are you asleep, cuz?
What
I said, how was that salad, cuz?
Oh,
Yeah, that shit put you in a coma. Anyway, I'm gonna catch you guys later. I appreciate y'all. It's nothing but respect, and you know we're eternally bonded. And, you know what I mean? I know y'all stuck. Y'all want to say love and all that. I don't want to hear that shit. But yeah, all right. Just appreciate y'all. And if you want to donate, it's Sunday. You can send $1 or $2. It'll be right there. Don't worry. Why did I even say that? Anyway, let me go into what I got to do. I'll see you guys later. God damn.